you picked up a plague mask from Remedius yet?
I haven't. Why would I need one?
Haven't you heard? We're all about to be sent to the quarantine outpost.
you, didn't I?
The elemental has been trapped. We need to go see Sequester now.
The cage is yours now. I'm sure you can manage from now on.
Bring the cage to Sequester's lab. He'll put it on a mana booster so it won't run out of power and...
Come on, they're not stupid. They'll figure it out. As for us, we're going to celebrate at the Goose and Logos.
Is
Let's
this
go.
what magic is coming to?
Right. There's nothing left to do here.
Hey, have you tried the new Fusk and the Goose?
Have you picked up a plague mask from Remedius yet?
I implore you. No, I demand of you.
How delightful. Now that you've caught the spirit, life at Castle Ardennes can start anew.
Members of the nobility should watch out for each other.
Dearest Sequester, do tell. What awaits the captured spirit?
Apparently, this spirit used to work at the Mage factory. We don't know its true name, and therefore, I suppose we'll trap it in underground storage. There will be an investigation, followed by a trial before the magical court of law. Do you really find these details interesting? It's a long story, one that will last a few years at minimum.
Delightful. Well, now I must go. I'll be sure to tell Councillor Montier how promptly the mages rushed to assist me. Naturally, I'll put in a word about your invaluable assistance as well. It's a shame we met for but a fleeting moment, like a lightning flash in the night. I hope we will meet again under easier circumstances.
I bind you with your true name, Ador. Now answer me.
I am here. Command, and I will obey.
The night you were unchained, did you witness a ritual performed at the Mage Factory? What happened there?
No. I do not want to go back. But I will. I will speak. Eliu's child, hear me. I saw them come from all over the earth. Lost ones seeking unity in the void. They called to them. Their songs reached out for the void, and the void answered. One of them was chosen and touched, and so it came to our world. The spell was lifted. My shackles fell to the ground and I ran away. The blight. I was looking for salvation.
Go on. I want to know more.
No. 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 I do not want. I will not. Fear. Void. The blight in the void. I see them not. I will not. There were many there like you. Before their souls were extinguished, I saw them. One, another, and another. Many there were. I witnessed the battle after I escaped. The Mage Factor woke the golems. He fought off the blight and saved many, and led them under the mountains.
So there were survivors?
I see not through stone. The Mage Factor took them under the mountains. That is where they hid. The hole they went through was guarded by golems. They fought well, and the battle stopped. The wind carried their whispers to me. They prayed for salvation. They wept, and then void. Horrifying. I do not want. I will not. Mercy. Do not make me see them, child of Eliu.
So be it. Thank you, Ador. You may rest now.
Have you picked up a plague mask from Remedius yet?
Halt! By the Archmage's decree, entrance to the Mage Factory is prohibited. Turn back.
Have you seen the way Bonnie looks at Marlena?
Ha! I thought Bonnie was a... You have quite a way.
Oh, now there's a mark if ever I seen one.
You want a piece of this?
Citizens of this noble city, and our most noble and esteemed guests, we are to let you know...
What do we know about the preparations for the expedition to Mon Patry, Count? You promised to come to a decision any day.
Your Highness, the Archmage is standing his ground. I tried.
Ah, finally! So what happened at the Mage Factory? Did you determine the cause?
Allow me, Your Highness. Do you distrust the Royal Council? Your father never...
My dear Count, sometimes one opinion is not enough. Well, what did you find out?
You've been misled. The cause of the Mon Patry disaster was a magical ritual performed by an unknown cult. Apparently, they were your subjects. The majority of them likely perished during the ritual itself.
Do you have a witness or some proof to support this account?
I have plenty of witnesses. One of them a captive elemental spirit called Ador. Such an entity is incapable of lying, as you know. By the by, Ador saw the last people fleeing the Mage Factory hide in the mine. But since you cannot send a rescue mission...
We must delay no longer. I entrust you with rescuing the survivors. Go to Mon Patry, extricate my subjects, and bring them to me.
Your Highness, the Mage Factory is quarantined by order of the Archmage Cathor, as I told you.
Since when does the Prince of Nostria bend the knee to an Archmage?
Adrian, you promised to set me free.
Our agreement stands. But so far, all you have provided me are words. Words that cast suspicion upon the Royal Council as well as the Royal Order of Mages. Centuries-old pillars supporting the throne. Prove your suspicions with something substantial. Find the survivors and bring them to the Citadel. Do this, and if all is as you say, I will grant you the pardon you were promised. How do you like my decision, Count? I think that's how we're going to expose the truth.
Unthinkable.
You have your task. What else do you want?
Sage advice from one of the king's wisest counselors? Surely you realize the prince is asking the impossible.
There's no getting into the Mage Factory, and that, I'm afraid, is the end of it. I've been sending off letters to the Archmage for days. How many replies do you suppose I've received? The Royal Council is powerless here, and there are no legal ways into the Mage Factory. Although, perhaps you could interrogate your precious witnesses. I don't expect they know anything useful, but why not?
Anything else?
I'd like to obtain a document I could present to confirm my authority at the outposts near the Mage Factory.
I cannot help you with that. Ever since the days of Maximus, Archmages have recognized no authority but the king. If Thorn has decided to quarantine the Mage Factory, neither I nor the Royal Council are in a position to reverse his decision. In order to get through the quarantine, you need a document carrying the king's personal seal. My father is recovering, but...
Are you joking, my prince? You're sending me on an impossible errand.
If Thorn has decided to quarantine the Mage Factory, neither I nor the Royal Council have the authority to reverse his decision. But please, exercise some discretion. We don't want a conflict with the Archmage right now.
satisfied now?
Oh, you're back to ask more questions. But you haven't brought any aid.
Norman intends to return to the Mage factory and fetch his wife. Past the quarantine, past the mages. How?
Ah, yes. It's really simple. There's a secret passage neither the mages nor the guards knew about. It leads from the foundry straight to the outside. They call me Bludgeon's underling, but all the master craftsmen had dealings with him and his smugglers. Norman was no exception.
Tell me where it is. How do I find it?
There's a man named Barry. I can't say anything about it without his okay. I gotta be careful, you see. You can find him in Bludgeon's den. He can tell you everything. Well, if he chooses to, obviously.
Hey, you! Have you eaten the bread? Turn out your box. The only free cheese is in mousetraps. Are you a mouse or what? Come on, squeak for me.
You know, we have nothing of value. Just our tools.
Tools will do. Give him here. You! Have you eaten the bread?
Are you satisfied now?
I've heard you're a marksman among marksmen.
So?
I got a job for you.
Yeah? Want me to knock someone off?
I told you, there's no more merchandise. The shop's closed.
What about a secret passage into the Mage factory?
What secret passage? I don't know anything about it. I'm a simple merchant purchasing goods in Floster. Folks, does anyone have any idea what this is about? These people from Marcella are asking odd questions.
Actually, I'm from Rigern. And you've got smuggler written all over you. I don't intend to arrest nor inform on you. I simply need to get into the Mage factory.
Do I look like a fool to you? I don't know you from this support beam. If someone were to vouch for you, then we could talk. But as it stands, I know nothing about any passage.
Working the land ain't easy.
Brigville's ways are certainly curious. A brother and sister quarreling for 7 years.
As if every family.
You again. What else do you want? Surely you can see I have work to do.
How do I get past the quarantine and into the Mage factory? You must know about any secret passages.
Are you kidding? I'm head of the guards. I closed down every known passage, though there is the tunnel used by the foundry craftsmen for their side business. If you could find one of them, Norman, for example. Did he survive, by the way?
Yes. He's the leader of the refugees now.
Then can we wrap this up? I've still got lots of work to do here. George will skin me alive if I don't finish on time.
Well, what is it? Tell me, is it pretty?
It is.
Brigville's ways are certainly curious. A brother and sister quarreling for 7 years. As if
Anyone can tread on a
The disciple was shorter than us. You failed to recognize us. It is the Iron Mask.
Of course I recognized you. I can see right through you. Here's your crystal.
The tower's protective spell has been disrupted. Now we may easily get in. You've completed your task. It is time we repaid you. Find Greflet, the commander of DuPont's mercenaries. We heard he has taken root in a tavern somewhere nearby. Talk to him and lure him to us. We shall kill him and steal his image. Then we will assume command of his soldiers.
Cruel, yet cunning.
We do not make mistakes. We wait.
My boy wrote to say he started studying the art of brewing elixir. I'm so...
Did you find the retort? Do you have it?
Of course not. On to another topic. Do you perhaps know of an alternate entrance into the Mage Factory?
If only I could remember. That blasted poison. All I know is that the craftsmen of the foundry were running a business on the side. They occupied some sort of a basement there, or tunnel. I recall someone named Norman. A good fellow, albeit a swindler and a thief. But who among us is better? Forgive me. It hurts to remember. Find the retort as soon as you can, please.
My boy wrote to say he started studying the art of brewing elixirs.
I've had such a good week.
Sequestra's always working so mysterious.
Why are you disturbing me? The end times loom before me.
I need to get into the Mage Factory without attracting attention. Do you know how that might be done, Ador?
I know what it is to be a prisoner of men. It is so hard for me, a son of the wind, to suffer this confinement. But I also know that stone is closer to me than the approaching terror of the void. I so desire to exist, trapped in this cage if I must be, but not to disappear.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Nothing.
Can't you go around?
I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour, and waiting on someone else.
At last, my divination proved correct. You showed up after all.
Perhaps you should attempt to divine something about that gentleman in the pavilion. For instance, a free space in his schedule.
As you can see, he's so busy he won't even speak to me, the eldest of the mentors. But I do not take offense. The Archmage's will is law.
And you're willing to wait. I can see it is a serious matter.
I took the opportunity to interrogate Ador. Forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing his name as you uttered it. What this spirit has spoken of, the Archmage needs to hear what he knows at once, and take action. He could, for example, lift this pointless quarantine. So many spell components wasted. So much mana, so much effort. All for nothing. We've been fighting imaginary enemies. Can you believe it?
Of course. I too think the quarantine is pointless, and I urgently need to get past it. Do you know anyone who could help me with that?
I've helped you already. I spoke with an old friend, Master Remedius. He is waiting for you at the outpost by the Mage Factory Bridge. He can help you. Just don't tell the Archmage. Let it be a secret between you and me, all right?
Now we can continue using plain speech. Do you understand everything?
It shall be done.
I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour, and waiting on someone else.
Where's Meister? Have you picked up a plague mask from Remedius yet?
Halt! Who goes there?
An envoy from Prince Adrian. I need to get into the Mage Factory, now.
Ah, you're from the Prince. We've been waiting on you for a good while now.
Waiting for me?
Candor will tell you. He's in charge while Remedius is away. Open the gate, you loafers.
Call the overseer.
The most brazen thief I... First he scales the fence, now he wants to talk to the overseer.
Acting the fence. Did you hear that? Now it's threats, isn't it?
Think there's time to give him a quick beating while the mages aren't looking?
Try it. I'll complain to Horace.
What do I care about Horace? I'm a mercenary, not a knight. Be quiet, worker, and be grateful you're still alive.
Sure. Oh, wait a moment. Are you heading to the Mage Factory?
What of it?
Please, hear me out. My assistant stayed behind at the Mage Factory. I need you to find him.
Why him? Many people remained at the Mage Factory.
I am a golem master. I was to deliver new golems to the Royal Guard, but foolishly forgot the tabula of Tinsidunction. Without it, the golems will never awaken.
Tinsidunction. Curious word.
Anyway, the tabula is in the hands of my assistant, who remained at Montpatry. If you could search for him, or he might have left some notes. The lost tabula must be found, or else the guard won't get its sentry golems. See? After the disaster, Legate Horace took me in and refused to give me up to the officials and all the rest of them. I can't let him down. No way.
Call the overseer. The most brazen.
How much have we spent today?
7,530 units of mana. 3 light spirits used up.
That's too much. Place the seal of Avienius with the key of Sarpados. Highest priority.
Got it. If only the alchemists weren't such slackers.
The alchemists are working around the clock, same as us. All that wasted effort.
Are you Candor?
Yes, that's me. And you're the prince's agent. The one who caught Ador and made him talk. And who now, just as we anticipated, desires entry to the Monpatri Mage Factory.
Desires? I have orders to search for survivors in that blasted Mage Factory. Have you seen anyone in there?
No one. We're prohibited from conducting any investigations, even if we use golems. The Archmage has directed us to enforce the quarantine, nothing else. All that's left for us to do is burn mana on cleansing spells and barrier charms. A senseless waste of time and effort.
Is that all you can tell me?
Of course not. Master Remedius wishes to see you, away from prying eyes. I'm going to create a portal for you now.
A portal? Prying eyes? I don't like the sound of any of that.
Who do you think we are? The Adepts of Darkness? Go.
Here is the hero who made the Order of Mages look like fools. The prince sent you to the Mage Factory to look for survivors, correct?
So you do know everything about the prince's orders and about the cause of the disaster? What now? Are you going to lift the quarantine?
The Order has its reasons for maintaining the quarantine, even if the king himself should order it lifted. But let's say we're willing to make an exception for you. There yet remains one question to be addressed.
Namely?
Can the Order of Mages trust you? We don't know who else you might be working for, nor what goals you pursue for yourself. The Mage Factory is the repository of our secrets. Unfortunately, some of them have already fallen into the wrong hands. Recover them for us, and trust will cease to be an issue.
What secrets exactly? I need more details.
Candor will tell you the details. Go. The portal will take you back to the outpost.
You're a Mage Factory worker?
See, Remedius and I have discussed your problem. I need to know what it is that's gone missing.
Did you see the plundered wagon train on the bridge? I think you can guess it wasn't carrying tools or food. Something valuable went missing from that wagon train, and we want it recovered.
Something valuable. I suppose if I ask you who you suspect of stealing it, you'll answer someone larcenous?
There are certain facts we are loath to divulge before the time is ripe. Find whoever robbed that wagon train, and...
It was sentry golems in the wagons, that's what. And Windyport is the place to look for them. Talk to the locals. They likely know about it. The Artisanians are constantly pilfering from the mages, either at the Mage Factory or the tower. They sometimes even kidnap an actual mage, if you can imagine that.
How dare you! You shall face a magical tribunal for divulging our secrets.
I do very much dare. I serve the Royal Guard now, not you. Legate Horace will stand up for me.
I think you two can settle this without me. Good day, gentlemen. Huh. They think I'm a messenger, it would seem.
Did you hear that?
Come in. You're
A
free to
man-eating
pass.
troll is living in the old grotto right down there.
Spooky. Well, I never had any plans to visit anyway. I'll just go see the Elder and return to the castle real quick.
The people of the port must be aware of the artisanian's misdeed. I wish I could find someone loyal to the crown.
Wait, please listen.
What happened?
Bandits ransacked my shop, and now they've taken it over entirely.
Calm down, sir. Tell me everything in detail, slowly.
I'm Dominic, a merchant of the Royal Trade Guild. I used to deliver goods to Odilon of Marcella, and since there was plenty of demand, I got one of the locals, Rick, to join me and open a shop of our own. We sell the same stuff as Odilon. Weapons, equipment, scrolls. We were doing a good business. Until that Fisher rogue appeared, drove Rick off, and took over our shop. No one here will stand up to him.
This Fisher sounds worse than Bludgeon.
Everyone's dead scared of the guy. Rumor has it he's got monsters serving him. Rick told me he had something up his sleeve to use against Fisher, and then he disappeared. Can you scare Fisher off for me? I'll reward you. On the honor of a royal merchant.
Dominic knows something. If I help him, I will likely learn something about Remedius's golems.
I swear there was a trawl in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed the blasted thing.
No, trolls can't be tamed.
Who said? Alec, burn him. The Elder's in cahoots with him, too.
Oh, is the elevator working again? Roma swore he'd enchant it, but he never did. Perhaps I'll call the engineers from the city. They charge too much and take too long. Where would I find that kind of money? No use asking Dominic, he's too stingy.
Are you Rick? Huh. You look more like a stevedore than a merchant. I heard about your troubles.
Troubles? Yes. Misfortunes never come alone. First it was my cat George passing away, and now it's my turn. I invested what little gold I had in Dominic's shop and lost it all. That cursed bandit Fisher took everything from me.
Why don't we band together with the locals and kick Fisher out of the port? I doubt you're the only one he's wronged.
But everyone's afraid of him. The Artisanians might be able to drive him off, but they don't care a whiff about us. And me? Oh, I'm not a fighter. Listen, I know something that might come in handy in this situation. A long time ago, Father and I hid a chest in a grotto. It's not far from here. That chest is full of valuables as well as something else. A vessel of sorts, full of ice spirits. Just in case, you know. My father got it from his father. I'd go fetch it myself. But the grotto is inhabited by trolls now. No way us locals can go anywhere near.
Ice elementals. Those could be very handy in a fight. Definitely better than porters wielding truncheons.
My friend and I have found a fine little thing.
Hang on a second. You're my assistant. Stop getting ahead of me.
But why aren't you haggling, instead of just nodding your head?
Disturbing the dead?
Don't say that. We don't break any laws here. We are fishermen. Our nets brought in a dead... quite a catch. The sea itself gave us those things. How can we refuse the gift of the gods?
Yeah, fisherman. And I'm the Queen of Nagaraja. You're Jeanette, aren't you?
Yeah, so?
Kramer the merchant asked me to remind you about the grain he ordered.
Oh, come now. How am I supposed to know where his grain is? I mean, I do receive goods, register them, and put the entry in the log. But I don't remember any grain arriving. None at all.
Nevertheless, I need an answer for Kramer. He told me to ask you specifically about his sacks of grain.
I don't know. The ship hasn't arrived yet. The weather's been poor. Gromus said storms were approaching from the east, making navigation... Kramer will simply have to wait. Now kindly leave me alone.
You seem to have gone nervy all of a sudden. I wonder...
Old Didion has gone completely wrong with this. Yesterday he was talking...
He needs some drops.
I saw you take the elevator down. Thank the creator it's fixed at last. I also saw Rick visit the grotto. Spent quite a lot of time there, he did. Later on, people started claiming a troll had settled there. That can't be a coincidence. Oh, And there was this man at the pier, an honest to a Logi bandit he was. He left a letter and then bolted for the grotto. I'm very observant.
Darling, you'd make a fine guard.
Dominic's a coward. He's probably gonna lose his shop anyway. I swear there was a trawl in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed the blasted thing.
No.
infamous troll grotto. Here's the cache.
I swear there was a trawl in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed the blasted thing.
The rumors about the trolls might be just that. Rumors. That's what the Elder says. But I'd rather not find out for myself. I'm not afraid of bandits or other human scum, not even of those spirits from the vessel. But trolls and mice are a whole other story. Ugh.
Sounds like mice scare you more than trolls. That's odd.
Our brave Rick says those pesky mice have been breeding like rabbits lately.
Dominic's a coward. He's probably gonna lose his shop anyway. I swear there was a trawl in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed it.
You look unhappy. Then again, you always do.
Misery is the hallmark of these times. Those darned mice are the worst.
Why? Are you scared of mice?
Rick's deathly afraid of mice. They spread disease, you know. One such pesky creature might have come here all the way from the Mage factory. George used to catch them, but now...
What happened to George?
He got poisoned, poor thing. Someone must have been exterminating mice. George caught a poisoned one, unchoked. Except the number of mice isn't getting any lower. Guess those cunning rodents have a nice food stash somewhere or other.
They might be living on the missing sacks of grain. I should probably take a look around the port.
I swear there was a trawl in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed the blasted thing.